Well, there's a lot we're tracking right now when it comes to the forecast over the next several days. Record warmth is the first thing that we'll see with our forecast high much higher than the record high of 80 degrees. Then we'll have a chance for some severe storms arriving tonight. Damaging winds and hail are going to be a concern. I'll get to more on this in just a moment. Much colder after those storms move through. I said that the record high is 80 degrees. Our forecast is 84, and it is certainly possible that we could get to 85 or higher. We've tended to overperform when it comes to our warm temperatures this spring. It's certainly possible we could do that again. By the way, until Sunday of last week, or earlier this week, I guess I should say, when we made it to 88 degrees, that was the warmest temperature we had ever seen in March. The record before that was 85 degrees. It's possible we could get higher than that 2 times this month. Statistically, that's only happened 2 other times before April 23rd. To do it once in about a week's time, to do it twice is pretty impressive here. We're looking at kind of an unseasonable warming trend over the last week or so. There you see one storm near Chicago. Now, this is relatively insignificant. The reason I'm pointing it out is because I did get some information that this is producing some pea-sized hail, and while that's not necessarily a big deal, it is showing us that already as the storms are getting firing to the north, where we expect to be the trigger, they're producing hail, and that may mean that hail could be our biggest concern with the storms as they get firing later this evening. Temperatures into the 80s. Watch as the front slides through today and cools the temperatures down. That's what it'll look like when it comes to temperatures. Let's talk about what it'll look like on future track here. You'll see the storms fire sometime after about 5 o'clock today to our north and west, and then we'll watch this line of storms likely push through sometime between 7 and 9 o'clock across the area from north to south. Overall, it may have a little bit of a southeast component to it. That will drop the temperatures. It will also likely bring us our best chance for severe storms. Once we get past about midnight or so, I think the severe threat will drop, but then we'll have a chance for some lingering showers, potentially heavy at times, before all of this moves out of here before the morning commute tomorrow. It may linger a little bit into the early part of the morning commute, so if you do have plans to be out early tomorrow, just know that your drive may be one that includes some rain showers. The severe threats: tornadoes, wind, and hail, and I've put them all here at the moderate category, although I think hail is going to be our biggest concern, mainly in the northern part of the state, but this does include Indianapolis. Large or potentially very large hail, according to the Storm Prediction Center. That's the wording that they're using, mainly kind of in that same area that we've been tracking. The northern part of the state, this is the area of biggest concern when it comes to the severe threats of damaging winds and hail, and an isolated tornado threat couldn't be ruled out. Friday, much colder. Highs about 30 to 35 degrees colder before we slowly start to warm back up to near 80 by Tuesday.